Ladies and gentlemen, can the people in the back move forward? Come. Follow Lisa. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that came down first and have seats, that's very, very well done. There is other seated space for those that are having trouble, the idea of standing for 30 minutes, if that makes you a bit uncomfortable. We have a room next door with more seats, but people in the back, this is actually your space. I know you don't want to block the people seated, but they're the lazy ones. You come up and take your space. Come in, because we should be expecting some more people. Follow Else. She's trying to show the lead. Else, how many people do we have upstairs? Some 50? Bring them down. Madeline, can I give you this? Just when I say housekeeping notes, that's the only time I need a change.
I point it this way?
You point it that way. That's the front of it. It should be this way. It worked. I'm going to get us started because we have a big event, and there's lots of sessions, and the problem is that every minute we lose here, it creates a domino effect for us later on. I hope you all had a chance to have some lunch, to see some old friends, and to meet some new friends. We have the rest of the day and tomorrow together to continue. I know there's still people coming in. Again, for those that are not seated and would like to sit down, there is a room next door that also has the same presentation that's going to be repeated over there. So for those of you lucky souls in chairs right now, I hope you're comfortable. And everybody else, feel free to move forward. There's lots of space here. We should be expecting some more people coming down. Let me begin by welcoming you to EVPA 2015. Bienvenidos a Madrid. Yeah, how was that? Was it my Spanish, guys? That was good. They've been working with me on my all morning to make sure that I could get some of the names correct. It's a pleasure to be here. I know ending 2015, our hearts are a little bit heavy. It's been a difficult year. There's been a buildup of a lot of issues, pressing and urgent issues, and we have our colleagues at COP21 right now working on climate change, addressing that. And I think in the same spirit, all of us are here in the same idea of problem solving. We're trying to mobilize capital to move towards positive social impact that works for environmental issues and humanitarian issues alike. And I think it's in that spirit, even with heavy hearts, that we should be here and celebrating venture philanthropy. Please, people in the back, come forth, because there's still people trying to get down. If you can join us here in the center of the stage so everybody can stare at you and wonder, join. Please come. So I just wanted to point out, to open up, my role here is in kind of housekeeping. This is the result of 10 months of labor. You know, this conference is the wonderful and gracious hosts that we have, the EVPA team. Please come further in. Everybody in the back, I'd really appreciate if you could just come into the center so that the crowds that are still pouring down the stairs can find some space. Thank you so much. Please come. So this has been a result of co-creation and design between our local hosts, the EVPA team, the conference committee that have been working on this, and we're delighted to see so many old faces and new faces. That's the theme of our conference. 3 years ago, I opened up this event in Geneva. And I remember there was a little bit of nervousness, not just my own, but, she's kind of new in the space. She's she's not the run-of-the-mill venture philanthropist, but they wanted to take the chance to let somebody in the community that's a little bit different, that had a different perspective on things, but still believed in the same cause, to come and open up. And now there's lots of oddballs here, and I welcome all of you, because this is a conference that joins together some of the tried and true of venture philanthropy, the ones that have kind of born and been bred in this subject, and lots of new voices and new perspectives on things. Again, please, people in the back, come on in. There's lots of space in the front. Join us. I know you're late and you're feeling very embarrassed, but come on in. Come on in. So yesterday when we welcomed the newcomers to EVPA and people on the crash course of what is venture philanthropy, I explained I am a small fish with a big mouth. That's how I introduce myself. My name is Hedda Paulsen-Mahler. I'm on the board of the European Venture Philanthropy Association. I'm delighted to welcome you today to the conference. I have a few redeeming features. I am passionate about venture philanthropy. I do believe that the principles of venture philanthropy is what brings us to mobilize capital to social impact, positive social impact. And I also have a Nordic propensity for timekeeping, very aware of what time it is, and making sure that we're moving along because we have a big day and a half ahead of sessions. Come on in, come on in. And I like to multitask, which is my sister in arms, Else, who's hiding somewhere behind the curtains, is doing the same thing on the back end, and I'm trying to do it on the front end. So I might have some few other qualities, but it's for the aforementioned reasons why I'm standing in front of you today and opening up this conference. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of housekeeping notes. You have all your booklets with information about the conference, but I'm sure you still have questions. We've been masterminding this for a long time, but there's some surprises. We had learnings from the last few years that we've tried to implement this year, and we've had some kooky ideas from the conference committee that we've tried to implement too. We always test new things. So we have, for example, music. We have art. I mean, look at this magnificent location that we have. BBVA, thank you very much for bringing us to this place. I don't know if any of you guys have heard, but there's a phantom here in this magnificent location. I think many nods. Yeah, there's a phantom. I think they turns on and off the Wi-Fi every once in a while, among other things. Yep. So we have some magnificent new changes like speed dating. You guys all have little cards inside your plastic wallets with your names and probably your mobile phone. I found it was a very convenient place to slip that in. We have a forum. Everybody sees the forum. It's about facilitating networking. We have groups that will be gathering at the high tables here around subjects that maybe did not make it into one of the sessions. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, yeah, we had some brown bread for lunch. That was a huge battle to get brown bread. But we've had challenges, and I just want to point out that this magnificent location that we're in it's several floors and an annex. So the event, as we always do, requires a bit of navigating through the labyrinths. But there's an army of people that will help you, and I'll explain that at the end. We've had some other challenges. One of our speakers had her passport eaten by a dog, and that is not a joke. I've heard the homework eaten by the dog, but we've had a passport eaten by the dog. And another thing is that we really wanted to get this conference to follow our own values, to be sustainable through and through. We didn't get all the way there. You guys probably could have tell from the lunch, but we're working towards it, and that's what EVPA does. It continues to learn and share and move in the right direction. So if, Madeline, could you get me on the housekeeping slides? I don't know where you point it, but I think, well, nope, wrong way. That's me. And yes. Housekeeping slides. So what I just wanted to make you guys aware of, as I said, there's a small army to help you through navigating these magnificent days ahead in this location. You see that you have a color of your badge. I don't have one. Red is for the EVPA team. Dark blue, EVPA members. Beautiful, slightly lighter marine blue is for the board members. The non-members are green, and the student fellows and press are purple. Red and purple, I recommend highly that you navigate towards if you're getting a little bit lost and need to know where to go. There's free Wi-Fi, and the hashtag, for those of you twittering, is EVPA15. I will quiz you all on this. We're going to take away the slide. We're going to do a test. And if you do not pass, you cannot go to the rest of the conference. No, just kidding. We have some other things to keep in mind. Please, unlike the start of this event, be on time so we can run a tight ship and get through a wonderful event. Be respectful of the different views. We are a room full of people with different perspectives on things, and let's listen and learn. Meet people. Meet new people. And also very important, and you're going to hear that from everybody from the EVPA team, please give us as much feedback as you can, what you like, what you think we can improve, because every year we grow and we learn and we try to make it better and better. So with those beginning opening words, it's great to see all the faces here. There's still only a few brave souls that are standing here in the middle, and the rest of them are squeezed in the back. More than welcome to come forth, and I will now introduce our fearless chairman, Peter Oostlander, and Madeline Clark. Please give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Hedda, for the introduction, and welcome to all of you to the 11th conference of EVPA. This year it is overwhelming. That's, I think, the best word for it, at least to me, comparing to the conference. This is my 10th conference, so comparing to the first one I attended, and certainly over the last couple of years how steep it grew in number of participants. Who of you is here for the first time? Is it first EVPA conference? Wow. That's great, again, great. It's in total 500, just over 500 participants. And that was a challenge for EVPA because this room actually holds 400 or so, 450. And the way to solve it is to have you stand up, or at least part of you stand up. And so we have to come up with creative solutions. But you can be comforted. We have closed registration 4 weeks ago. Otherwise, you would be 600. And that is a very good sign of how the field develops and how the association EVPA develops too. In order to deal with all that, we have to break free from traditional finance standards of traditional finance conferences. We have to be creative, think of new things like keeping you stand up, but also like yesterday, having a crash course on venture philanthropy for newcomers. So a number of you attended. And then also we have introduced a new program, which is called in Spanish the Lazarillo program. I hope I pronounce it well, with buddies for newcomers, which will have mentors or buddies to follow you, help you through the conference. Well, that's just part of it, part of the new, the innovation, or the creativity that has been put into this conference under, under the leadership of the conference team. I think we are not only proud of such a crowd, but also of the content of the crowd, of the people that are here.